Back, ladies and gentlemen, we are just seconds away from starting the incredible final between Dave Winchester and Guilherme Temega for the final here at the Itacoatiara Pro, sponsored by Pride, Uzeke.com and net. Here you will have Dave Winchester in the red jersey, Guilherme Temega in the yellow jersey. A little facts on Dave Winchester.
All right, Dave Winchester coming to us from Australia, but currently residing in France. He just recently moved there with his family. Felt it was more constructive to use that as a launching point, a little easier being centered for the World Tour. He comes into this event, as we were saying, ranked #1 in the world. He's got 2 third-place finishes and a win in the first 3 events. And here he is in the final, so he's not going to finish any worse than second. So he hasn't finished worse than third yet this year. Talk about consistency and strong performances, Manny.
I mean, he knows, I'm pretty sure, Dave Winchester knows, out in the water, he has the potential to become the 2012 world champion if a couple other things come into play. One, if the Porto Escondido event is postponed until next year, and he wins here, he will have a lock-in for the world championship title. But 2 things are at stake. 1, we want to confirm Porto Escondido, and 2, he needs to beat Guilherme Temega, and that is probably one of the hardest things you can do here in Brazil. Look at the fans on the beach. I tell you what, every wave that Guilherme takes off on, all of those people are going to be yelling and cheering and expecting big, big moves from Guilherme Temega. Ladies and gentlemen, we have started the 40-minute final here for the Itacoatiara Pro. Manny V and Steve Action Jackson will give you the play-by-play. Looking down the beach, first one to draw blood, Dave Winchester.
Winnie up and riding, drops in, driving down the line, looking for a section here. He eyes it up. Looked like it was going for a flip. It was like a sideways flip. And unable to complete the maneuver.
Little hesitation right there. Looked like he wanted to go for some type of flip, but didn't feel the projection, didn't feel the rotation, and just put a stop to it and was able to pull it off, whatever that was. But Guilherme Temega, he's looking at this right-hander. Will he get it? Yes, he does. Guilherme Temega's first wave.
Temega dropping in, looking down the line, finds a section, flips through the lip,
can he pull it off?
And comes out. So there you go, first wave exchange. It looks like Temega's going to come out a little bit on top on that first round of waves ridden by our riders in the water here in the final.
15 wave maximum. Top 2 waves will be scored. Top 2 waves are the crucial waves. Let's take another look at Guilherme's wave.
One more time. There you see him driving. Enough speed to punch through the lip and get that flip around, and he comes out through the white water. So Temega, we'll wait and see what the score is. Dave Winchester given a 4 for his first wave, waiting for Temega's score to drop. Again, both our riders on the board here in the early going of this 40-minute final here at the 2012 Itacoatiara Pro, sponsored by Pride Bodyboards, Uzeke.com and net.
Aubrey Turner is correcting me, and I think she is right. Guilherme Temega was the youngest during that time to win a pipe title, but then came along Andre Botha. Andre Botha is, in fact, your youngest pipe champion, and I do stand corrected. Aubrey Turner, I will be sending you something in the mail, so send over your address.
That's right. Andre Botha winning the world title in 1998 and 1999, 2 of the years that Guilherme Temega was runner-up. Meanwhile, up and riding, out in the water, Winnie.
All right, Windy coming off the bottom, tons of speed. What's he going to do on this section? Oh, another big banking air reverse, and he pulls it off.
Wow.
Oh, he loves that.
Claiming it.
You know what? The highest scoring waves of, look at this. He's not done yet. What are they doing? Get out there. Ryan Hardy, and I believe that was Ben Player running down and hugging Dave Winchester. I've never seen that happen. That is just hilarious. Dave Winchester, as in the semifinal #1, Dave Winchester pulled off one of these insane air reverse maneuvers, and he got one of the highest scores of the contest. Here he is doing it again.
Here you can see he drops down, drives around the section, and boom! Look at that. Again, this is what he did in the semifinals to put Ben Player out of commission. And there you see fist pump claiming it. And here you're going to see Ryan Hardy, Ben Player running up, hugging him, patting him on the back. Get back out there, get another one.
That's the beauty of this beach break right here. We are looking at some very close waves. The waves are breaking really close to shore, and a lot of the guys are ending their maneuvers and riding up onto the beach. And in this case, Ryan Hardy, Ben Player, waiting to pat Dave Winchester on the back for an incredible gigantic air reverse 360. That was unbelievable.
9.5.
Oh my! Dave Winchester clocking in another 9.5 wave. Guilherme Temega is now listening to that in the water from the beach commentary. He knows now he is up against the wall right off the bat. 6 minutes into this heat, 40-minute final, 34 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. Dave Winchester, a 9.5 on a gigantic air revo. Woo!
You know how I said this was going to be a heavyweight battle out in the water? The first punch has been thrown.
Incredible.
9.5 and a 4 for Dave Winchester on his first two waves. Guilherme Temega with a 5.13 looking for his secondary score. Here we go again, Manny. Non-stop. I mean, we saw craziness in the semis, and it's continuing here in the finals.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. This is it, the Itacoatiara Pro, sponsored by Pride, Uzeket.com, and Net. Manny V here with Steve Action Jackson, bringing you the live feed from the beautiful beaches of Brazil in Niterói, Itacoatiara, just outside of Rio de Janeiro. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for an action-packed final. Dave Winchester versus Guilherme Temega. Guilherme Temega looking for redemption here in his home turf. Can he do it? Ooh, he's got to fight off Dave Winchester. The last time a world title has been brought down to Australia, Steve Jackson, you should know that.
2007, Ben Player won his second world title. That's the last time the Aussies were able to carry the crown. And Dave Winchester looking to do something about that. Winnie's come close in the past, and right now, he's been the most consistent rider on the World Tour. Like I said, 2 third-place finishes in a win. He's in the final here, so he's guaranteed at least second place. Meanwhile, up and riding, Temega with something to say about it.
All right, Guilherme Temega slides under the pocket. Nice, clean barrel. Can he come out? Oh, no. It shuts down on him on the inside. He will punch through that. He has the power, and he will punch through that, but not a 9.5 wave. That is actually Dave's highest scoring wave. Guilherme needs an 8.38 to pop into that first place. But look, Guilherme Temega knows how to barrel ride. He will punch through any pinched shoulder.
Here you see Temega dropping in, holding a high line, trying to tuck into that little barrel in the pocket. It looks like he's going to come out, and then it sections off on him. He gets pinched in the barrel. He manages to fight his way through the white water, but that's really not going to be a score that helps him in this final.
Oh, Aubrey, I'm going to delete your post right now. I don't want your address to be on on this post, but send it to us through our IBA contact. I took that off just so guys like Manu in Portugal don't send weird things to you. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
All
Guilherme
right.
Temega's last one.
There you see on screen the current situation out in the water.
My.
We've still got 32 minutes remaining in this heat, so it's anybody's game. But right now, Temega's sitting on a 5.13 and a 4.95. He needs at least an 8.38 to catch Dave Winchester, who scored a 9.5 for his air reverse. Winnie, you know, he's nailing those air reverses the last couple of heats and just looking very, very strong.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for tuning in to the final here, the 40-minute final, Dave Winchester versus Guilherme Temega. Ladies and gentlemen, my hot pants are getting hot.
I can't believe you're sitting here next to me with nothing but a Speedo and a T-shirt on, dude.
Hey, win in Rome, people. Win in Rome.
Or
Guilherme
when in Rio.
Temega. Guilherme Temega in the yellow jersey. Again, here's the situation. We are in a 40-minute final. 31 minutes remaining. Top 2 waves will be scored, 15 wave maximum, and this is it. The winner will be crowned the Itacoatiara Pro champion and walk away with a beautiful trophy. Look at this. Guilherme Temega slides under the pocket, gets a cover-up, comes out cleanly, and that's all she wrote for Guilherme. Paulo Barcelos, his buddy out there getting the photos and video, but this is it. Guilherme has to Wait patiently. He's after a 9.5, which is Dave Winchester's high-scoring wave. Let's take another look at Guilherme's barrel riding.
Here you can see he takes off. He scoops in under the lip, gets a little barrel ride, but then he's going to kick out. There's a little bit of a side wave. That one wasn't lining up the way he would have liked. Definitely wasn't going to get the score he was looking for. So he kicks out, and instead of using his energy and having to paddle all the way back out through that current and foam on the inside, he just kicked out and heads back out to the lineup. And as we saw, paddles back past his good friend Paulo Barcelos. Paulo, a world champion himself, 2000 world champ from here in Brazil. So we got a couple of world champs floating around out in the lineup right now.
Well, I'm telling you right now, there would be 3 world champs right now if Dave Winchester can pull off a win and a couple other things fall into place. Dave Winchester in a commanding lead with that 9.5. He is waiting to increase that 4.0 ride. And again, top 2 waves are going to be scored. And I'm looking at our Google Plus profile page, and I apologize if I can't name out all the people, but we just got unloaded. There's over close to 100 people tuning in all over the world.
100 people around the world?
That are posting on. No, we got thousands, let me tell you that. But only a few are smart enough to get onto the Google Plus IBA World Tour profile page and give us a comment. I apologize for those watching and not on the Google Plus. I'm sure you are smart. Look at Paulo Barcelos ducking under that one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Manny V and Steve Action Jackson giving you the live feed. Dave Winchester in the lead of this 40-minute final here on Itacoatiara. Dave Winchester, 4.0, 9.5. Guilherme Temega, 5.13, and a 4.95. Again, anything is possible in the last 20 minutes in this final.
All right, so while we have a little break in the action waiting for the next round of sets to come in, I heard you on air talking with Jeff Hubbard about the bodyboarding community down here in Brazil, the dominance of not only the men's competitors but the women's competitors. A little fact for you on the women's end of things. The Brazilian women hold all but 3 of the bodyboarding world champions in the history of the sport.
Oh, my. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, bodyboarding factory down here in Brazil with the dominance of Guilherme Temega through the 90s, and the females absolutely putting the name tag of Brazil on the bodyboarding world. So shout out to all of the ladies who are watching all over the world. If you want to learn how to ride a wave properly on a bodyboard, Brazil is a definitely place to put on your map.
Now, quick question for you. Can you name the 3 women that weren't Brazilians that won the world title?
Yes, I can, and we'll tell you that tomorrow via a Facebook message. Don't you ever throw me under the bus like that again, Jackson.
I wasn't throwing the bus, just seeing where you were at with it. Just for general information, the 3 women to win the world title that were non-Brazilians, we saw Kira Llewellyn from Australia, one of the Port Macquarie crew. We've seen Marina Taylor from the Canaries, and our current defending women's world champion, Eunate Aguirre from the Basque Country.
And I was going to email that to you tomorrow, but you know what? Since you said it, we're all clear on that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. This is the Itacoatiara Pro. The final is out in the water. This is a 40-minute final, and one winner will walk away with that awesome trophy that Jeff Hubbard was holding earlier on the live feed. Guilherme Temega, Dave Winchester. Here we are with 26 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. And oddly enough, a little repeat of what happened in the Arica Chilean Challenge. The final started, quick little wave exchange, but then Mother Nature took a little break during the middle of the final. So don't go anywhere because I guarantee you we're going to see some serious back-to-back action. There's that longboarder again from yesterday.
He likes patrolling the lineup, I guess.
I don't know. He's probably trolling for something. But, ladies and gentlemen, look at this set out the back. Dave Winchester in the red jersey. Guilherme Temega in the yellow jersey. Winnie turning around. Is he too deep?
Winnie dropping in on this one, up and riding, tucks up into the pocket, gets a little cover up, and it looks like he was just about to make it out, and then he got lipped, caught the curtain in the back of the head, and he'll paddle back out for another one.
All right, there you have it. Dave Winchester. Not much happening on that wave, and Mother Nature taking a little break right now in the final, but we've seen some exciting action go down throughout the entire day. Mitch Rollins was on a full-on course to make it to the final, but unfortunately went head-to-head with Guilherme Temega in semifinal number 2, and it was a double interference that put a solid top one wave winner in that semifinal too, and it was Guilherme Tamega who pulled out ahead, and now here he is in the final facing off another Australian, Dave Winchester.
I tell you what, Manny, in all my years of competition, I have never seen anything quite like that. Between the double interference and the top wave win scenario of semifinal number 2, and even here in the final, Winnie hitting that 9.5 air revo, and then his boys running up and practically grabbing him out of the water to hug him and pat him on the back and then send him back out to the lineup.
Yeah, that was totally incredible. I've never seen that myself either. Since we are waiting for some waves to come in, make sure you go to rideitbb.com and check out the latest issue from the Ride It Boys, issue number 44. Again, rideitbb.com. Elmo and the crew have just released it yesterday. That's where you want to go. Check out some awesome photos from Hawaii, Brazil, and I think I have a sequence in there from the Canary Islands when I went swimming around with my fisheye at Fronton. That was crazy. But check it out. rideitbb.com, issue number 44, now online.
All right, out in the water, we have 24 and a half minutes still remaining in this 40-minute final. No situation change out in the water. Dave Winchester sitting in the lead on the strength of that 9.5 along with the 4.
And here's another look of that 9.5 wave. Winnie, full charge, fully around the section. Tons of speed, big air reverse right there. Fully rotation and lands it, pulls it off. He's going to give that fist up in the air and claims it as a solid wave right there. And my boy Manu in Portugal, don't worry, brother. I was just pulling your leg. I will see you in Sintra in a couple months. So stay tuned, Manu. I want to have a beer with you in Sintra. Look at this. Guilherme Tamega down the beach.
Tamega dropping into this left, sets up, pulls into the barrel, and that's going to close out on him. So there you can see somewhere in the white water, Tamega.
Uh-oh. Where's he at?
Bueller. All right, there he is. Tamega up and paddling back out. There you see he kind of bailed his board. It's super shallow on the inside. During our free sessions, we got a taste of just how shallow and powerful it actually is over there. And now up and riding, Dave Winchester.
Dave Winchester coming into the inside on a little white frothy one. Oh, cranks off the top with a nice invert right there. And can he pull out in front of it? Does he wash up onto the shore? No, that is an incomplete maneuver from Dave Winchester. Again, even though the waves are at the size they are, 3, maybe 4 foot waves coming in, that whitewash packs a punch. The water is coming from the deep waters of the Atlantic and unloading on the shallows of the sandbar here in Itacoatiara, and that power is still in the mix on that whitewash. So if you're not pulling off your maneuvers clean, you're going to probably get knocked off your board.
All right, so again, just quick update. Tamega has a combined score of a 10.08. He's currently in need of an 8.38. Here's a replay of Dave Winchester on that last wave. Drops in, driving down the line, gets a little foamy in there, heads up towards the top, boom, hits the invert, tweaks it out. It looks like he's going to stick the landing, but then he gets clipped by the curtain there, that wave just unloading on top of him. And you'll see him come up a little bit behind and face the other way, and that will be an incomplete maneuver for Dave Winchester.
All right, big shout out to the entire school of bodyboarding of Jacahisida in Marcielo, tuning in and watching live from Angola or Alagoas. Thank you for tuning in. This is it, people. The final 20 minutes remaining. Dave Winchester and Guilherme Tamega going head-to-head once again here at the Itacoatiara Pro, sponsored by Pride, UZKid.com, and Net. Manny V and Steve Action Jackson bringing you the live feed.
Yes, indeed, Manny. And there you can see on screen the graphic, what I was just talking about. Guilherme Tamega chasing an 8.38 if he's going to catch Dave Winchester and take this final. Right now, Winnie in the driver's seat on the strength of that 9.5 for the air reverse that he landed earlier in this heat. He's looking to get rid of that 4 for a better secondary score, but right now, what he's got is enough to hold the lead over Guilherme Tamega.
You can see Seamus make him down on the water's edge with his plaid shirt and hearing what to film and get ready to film. Look at this, whistles and clapping and cheering down the beach for this guy in yellow, Guilherme Tamega. What's he doing? It doesn't look like a solid wave. People are trying to figure out what can he do.
And Tamega pulling into another closeout barrel.
Oh,
It's not
no.
really going to help him any. I mean, you do have a 15-wave limit in this final, but you want to make each and every wave count. You don't want to waste them.
Exactly. With 40 minutes in the heat, 20 minutes remaining, you know, you got enough time to actually sit back and wait for those solid sets that have been rolling through. And now we're probably going to see a little bit more action as we just finished off a pretty long lull of inconsistent big waves. Now it seems like the waves are starting to roll in. But there are a couple factors. The rip current coming in will make some of the waves not look or be very good to ride in, and Guillermo Tamega, with second priority, now has to sit back and wait and see what Dave Winchester is going to do.
Yes, as we've been discussing all competition long, both up here amongst ourselves and with our guest commentators, there's a lot to contend with a beach break. You've got shallows on the inside, you've got currents, you've got side waves, you've got backwash, you've got rips. So there's a lot coming into play, a lot of factors to deal with out in the water, and that's on top of dealing with the guy that's out there with you trying to beat you.
I can't believe what the situation has delivered to us here for the final of the Itacoatiara Pro. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 19 minutes remaining out in the water. We have six-time world champion in yellow, Guillermo Tamega from Brazil, trying to find redemption here after what happened in Chile, where he just got knocked out from fellow competitor in the red jersey, Dave Winchester. Now, Guillermo is fighting an uphill battle right now. 8.38 is what he's after, while Dave Winchester is holding steady with two solid scores. Dave Winchester only has to build on a 4.0 ride, and he can totally do that.
Well, we saw him do it in the semifinals against Ben Player. I mean, Ben Player had been solid throughout competition, and when he hits a 9.45 and 9.25 on two really solid, perfectly executed air reverses, and it was game over for BP, the two-time world champ. And here we see Dave Winchester. He's already got a 9.5 under his belt. Another wave like that, and it might be a little too much for even Guillermo Tamega to overcome.
Wow, look at this crew of Brazilians right here. They are pumped. You have Eder Luciano on your left. You have Uri Valadao on your right. Roberto Bruno just to the left of Uri Valadao and their boy chilling out on the beach, cheering on their very own Guillermo Tamega.
Yeah, you can see a bunch of people down by the water's edge. There's a lot of people gathered here today up in the streets looking over the bushes, people in the competitors area. I think a lot of people skipped school and skipped work to come down here and watch this. And there are a lot of the locals really hoping Guillermo Tamega pulls out the win here. But he's got some work to do with about 17 and a half minutes remaining if he's going to take home that sweet trophy and bragging rights of having won in his home country.
That's it. I mean, I tell you right now, all of Australia's bodyboarding community is tuned in for this live event because one of their own, Dave Winchester, has the potential of not only winning the Itacoatiara Pro, but increasing his chances of holding up a world title here in 2012. And the last time the Australians brought back that world title was way back in
2007.
That's what I was going to say. Thank you, Jackson.
There you go.
So, will the Australians see another world title come back home to the home turf of Australia? Dave Winchester will be the one to determine that. But there's one thing in the way, Guillermo Tamega.
Yes, in 2007, Ben Player won the title and made his Aussie brethren very proud.
Look at Paulo Barcelos. I think he's been in that rip current from the beginning of the heat. Paulo Barcelos, he is a former world champion, taking the photos and videos. Look at this, Dave Winchester. Paulo, turn around.
Winnie dropping in, driving down the line, punches a roll through that oncoming closeout section, and rides it out. So we'll see how that affects that low score of a 4 of his that he's looking to back up with a secondary score. And you know the spirits that have been haunting this setup? It just shut down my computer.
Look at that right there. Nice through the lift from Dave Winchester. Unbelievable that the low scores of a 4.0 and a 5.13 and a 4.9 are on the scorecards between these guys. And now it's a matter of time. 16 minutes remaining to make sure that they come out and get this thing rocking and rolling. Guillermo Tamega, can he pull off a win here at the Itacoatiara Pro? Or is Dave Winchester, again, going to take him out in the final?
Well, Manny, only time will tell. We've got 15 and a half minutes left. To steal a Jeff Hubbard quote, anything can happen. And we're just going to have to wait and see. Right now, there you go. 5.33 for Dave Winchester on that last wave. That replaces the 4, increases his total score to a 14.83. Now Tamega needs a 9.7 or better to move into that top spot. Again, he's got his work cut out for him.
Well, if anybody come from behind, it is Guilherme Tamega. I'm going to say he's going to have to get 2 new solid waves to beat out Dave Winchester, because that 5 and the 4 are not going to do it. He has a 9.7 he's after, but the chances of that happening right now with the conditions are going to be very, very tough. Guilherme Tamega taking a look at this one. It looks like a left is good, but he's going to look right on this one. Guilherme Tamega.
Tamega up and riding, dropping in, drops to the bottom, projects up,
Oh, no.
and just gets denied by that section. It looked like he was going to try for the roll, but it just kind of rolled down the face on him and didn't give him a spot to project off of.
Oh, no. Looks like the wheels are falling off for Guilherme Tamega, but he is somebody who can come back in the last few minutes and take out Dave Winchester. Here's Winnie answering back.
Dave Winchester drops in, pulls up, and looked like he went to punch through the lip for a roll and just let go of his board. Goes over the falls. Fortunately, it's not one of the bigger days. If that had happened earlier in this competition when it was like 10 to 12 foot and massive with some big heaving slabs for lips, that would have been painful.
If you're just tuning in, once again, this is Manny V and Steve Action Jackson giving you the live feed from Brazil for the Itacoatiara Pro, sponsored by Pride, Uzique.com, and net. We've seen the entire spectrum of bodyboarding in big, stormy conditions in the trials and the early rounds of the main event. 10-foot bombs were coming in on this shallow sandbar, and people were just getting annihilated. Now we see some mellower 3 occasional 4-foot waves coming in, and it looks like the wind is kicking up too. So Winnie coming out strong with that 9.5 before the wind came up is probably going to solidify that first place spot unless Guilherme Tamega can find a miracle in the next 13 minutes to come up with 2 new scoring waves or a 9.7 ride to get into that first place spot. Oh, Jackson, are you speechless? You're out of breath. So am I.
You know what, Manny? It's been so intense the last, all day pretty much, that I'm I'm wiped out, man. The only thing keeping me going at this point is the adrenaline and stoke of watching what's been going on, because I'm ready to fall on my face tired after this week here in Brazil. We've touched on it multiple times. We've had insane competition, heavy conditions, crazy weather, freakish things going on here at the contest setup. You name it, we've seen it in this past week. I mean, you want to talk about a microcosm of events within an event? Good Lord.
That's right. I mean, this entire week has been amazing, and we thank everybody for tuning in and watching the live feed. And we do have a couple shout-outs. Port Macquarie, congratulations on the Port Macquarie Bodyboarding Association for hitting 25 years, and the Eppelstons and Mike Eppo for putting Port Macquarie on the map, the bodyboarding capital of Australia. Congratulations, and keep pumping out those riders. Also, the new issue, 44, number 44 of WriteItBB.com. Make sure you check that out. Flip through it, over 100 pages of unreal photos. Look at this set out the back. Dave Winchester, Guilherme Tamega. There they are. They're seeing it. Who's going to be in position? Is anybody even going to try to go for it? Or are they going to let that thing pass by and wait for another one? And prayers and a fast recovery being sent out to Damian Martin.
Yes, Damian Martin, the free-riding bodyboarder from Australia. 6 broken vertebrae in a bodyboarding accident. Fortunately, no spinal cord damage. We wish him a speedy recovery.
Guilherme Tamega's lovely wife, Danny, on your right of your screen, talking it up with Uri Valadao, trying to figure out what the heck GT has to do to beat out Dave Winchester. Uri Valadao, a former world champion, he's been there before. He knows what has to be done. But unfortunately, he could not beat out Dave Winchester in the quarterfinals.
There you see, 11 minutes remaining. Dave Winchester still solidly in the lead right now. Tamega chasing a 9.7 at this point, almost in combo land.
Yes.
He needs to have some waves come his way and put something together, or it might be too late to surmount a comeback in this heat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in from all over the world for the Google Plus people. Ladies and gentlemen, Ella, thank you for tuning in. Sunshine Coast Bodyboard Club, you have been with us. Thank you very much. Caleb Holden, thank you very much. Sam, Desmond, and everybody else tuning in from all over the world. And Graza from Perth. I can't get to everybody's name, but guess what? We are bringing you the live feed. 10 minutes remaining in this event.
And while you were giving the rundown on that, I was actually given some information by Alex Leon, our technical director. And how's that?
Are you going to tell me?
I was waiting for you to finish your Red Bull.
Yeah, what do you got?
Mexico is not canceled.
Yes, I really didn't like talking about it. I felt really weird inside. I got a little kind of weird, just inside wasn't right saying that an event was canceled or not on. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mexico, I'm going to say is going to happen. So what happens here, Dave Winchester, if he does win, it'll only increase his chances of being a world title winner. So, again, Puerto Escondido, in my book, I think it should go on. It is going to go on. So, ladies and gentlemen, just stay tuned on IBAWorldTour.com. That's where you will hear the latest and greatest on the entire Grand Slam series. Look at the beach.
There you can see the crowd gathered on the beach, cheering on Guilherme Tamega, watching Tamega versus Winchester Part 2 this year. And there you can see Winnie paddling over, getting into position for this one.
All right, Dave Winchester taking a look at this left-hander, cranks off a nice little quick bottom turn, but that's it. He cuts out and heads back to the outside, giving Guilherme Tamega the priority on the outside. We have 8 minutes, 48 seconds remaining. Anything is possible. Dave Winchester catches another one on his way out.
Winnie up and riding, driving down the line on this left, gets a nice roll off the section, still going, and he's going to kick out. That inside section was going to just push onto the beach.
Yeah, that was more of a forced roll right there. Not really clean, not big extension. Just, I think he just wanted to turn around and just keep his body warm. Here we go, out in the water. Guilherme Tamega paddling fiercely to try to get in position. Guilherme sees the left, but opts to go right. You can see the bump and chop from the texture of the wind. Here he comes, coming to the inside, trying to find something. Finds a section right there, goes for an ARS. Can he pull it around? No, he becomes unglued again. Guilherme Tamega, you can see the frustration right now where he's trying to force these maneuvers that aren't, flowing with his he's just got to slow down, relax, and totally just start from the beginning again. Guilherme Tamega can totally pull off 2 new scores in the 7 minutes remaining or look for a 9.7 ride. But again, these conditions have been deteriorating from the beginning. So if you didn't get a solid ride in the beginning of this heat, it's going to be tough to get a solid ride at the end of this heat. Look at the rip current just ripping through the contest area.
And here you can see Dave Winchester kicking into this left, driving down the line.
Oh!
Big air roll spin. Gets it around, combos
my.
in with the roll. Another solid wave.
My.
I'm going to say that's going to better his 5.33 and strengthen his score even more.
You can see everybody on the beach, all the Brazilians just sighing, going, oh, no. Guilherme Tamega is just going to get deeper in a hole after this wave from Dave Winchester.
Here we go, running through this one more time. Dave dropping in, coming off the bottom, eyeing up that section. Great projection, gets the air roll spin around, resets his line, already looking ahead. There you go, another roll to combo with the air roll spin, the ARS, and he comes out clean, rides out through the white water, and strong riding from Dave Winchester.
6 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the Itacoatiara Pro, but wait a second, Guilherme Tamega on the hunt for a 9.7. He lets that one go. And again, the final, a rematch of what we saw at the last event, the Arica Chilean Challenge, where Dave Winchester beat Guilherme Tamega. Can he do it 2 in a row? Can Dave Winchester beat out one of the most fierce and feared competitors in the world? Oh, my. Dave Winchester possibly putting the nail in the coffin with his last wave of a 6.95, putting Guilherme Tamega into combination land. Please describe to us combination land.
Combination land basically is someplace you never want to be. It means you need 2 completely new scores to have any chance of moving ahead of the rider in front of you. And right now, Tamega in combo land, he needs 2 new scores. There you see the men in black on the beach. Where's Will Smith when you need him?
Yeah, I think of the Matrix. Those guys look like, what are they called? Agents. Here we go. Guillermo Tamega. Here he is on the hunt for 2 new waves. He needs a better score of a 4.95, the lowest. And here he goes. Nice ARS. And goes straight into a spin. He's not done yet. Another spin. The crowd is erupting. They want to see Guillermo Tamega pull it out at the last few minutes. And look at this. This will be his highest scoring wave for sure, ladies and gentlemen. That was Guillermo Tamega putting a nice combination of maneuvers from the get-go on that wave. Guillermo Tamega will definitely get rid of either his 5.13 or 4.95. Here he is, a replay of Guillermo.
Here you see him kicking into this one, drops in, and wait, action out the back, up and riding. Dave Winchester, quick up and down, ducks out through the face on that one.
Oh, my. Woo!
So here's, thought we were going to replay.
We will go to replay, but first, just an update right now. 4 minutes, 35 seconds remaining. Dave Winchester leading the charge in first place with a 9.5 and a 6.95. Guillermo Tamega's last wave was this one, and we're waiting the scores to drop.
Here you can see Tamega dropping in, drives off the bottom, heads up to the top, launches the air roll spin, gets it around, immediately throws into a forward spin. Nice combination there, and then another forward spin. And then resets his line, drives down towards this oncoming section. And here you see, hits it, punches the roll through the oncoming lip, and washes up onto the beach. Ties together, combination very smoothly.
You know what? That is going to put that's going to put him back in the game. Again, Guillermo Tamega is in combination land. That pretty much says Dave Winchester has a high-scoring wave, 2 high-scoring waves to Guillermo's. Well, Guillermo has to get 2 new waves. That's what it comes down to. And that right there, a 7.03 on that last wave, puts him back in the game. But now he is on the hunt for a 9.43. It is totally possible. Look at Dave Winchester's highest scoring wave, a 9.5. So, Guillermo, imagine that. The comeback kid. Can he make it possible and just have this entire beach and country go crazy? Or is Dave Winchester going to fend off the Brazilian and have Australians in the wee hours of the night go absolutely nuts? Stand by, people. 3 minutes, 13 seconds will determine that. Dave Winchester on the outside, taking a look.
There you can see Winnie paddling over, looking for position on this. Tamega, I'm not sure who has priority out in the water.
Red.
Both guys paddling. Dave Winchester, I think that might have been more of a block than anything else, but a nice big invert off of that one nonetheless, but loses his board on the landing.
Look at the Brazilian stoked on Dave Winchester's incomplete aerial maneuver. That was a block, but look at this. Guillermo Tamega finding a nice little barrel on the inside. Will he come out of that?
And unfortunately, it looks like Tamega.
He does come out. He does come out of that one. Down the beach.
We lost him behind the white water from the camera angle and a little bit of the glare, but it does look like he came out of that. When that one opened up on the inside, every once in a while, one of these little inside barrels opens up and says, "Hello, ride me."
Guillermo Tamega's second high scoring wave is a 5.13. We're still waiting to see if that last barrel ride will get rid of that score. 2 minutes remaining, people. 2 minutes. Dave Winchester, did he do it again? Did he win 2 in a row, or did he fend off this guy, Guillermo Tamega?
There you can see Tamega pulling in. You lose him behind the whitewater section, and it looks like he doesn't make it out, but then you'll see him ride out, wash up onto the beach. Tamega barrel riding on even the small ones makes it look pretty easy.
Oh, my. We are coming down to the wire, people. We saw what happened in the last 20 seconds of the final in Arica. So don't go anywhere. Anything is possible. If you tune out of here and Guillermo gets a 9 point, oh, there it is, a 7.7 for Guillermo's long barrel ride. I'm sure he did a move at the end of that barrel ride. Now, Guillermo Tamega, all he needs is an 8.76. Don't tune out, because Guillermo Tamega is one of those guys that can most likely get that 8.76 ride, and it can go down in the last 1 minute and 13 seconds.
Also, something else to look at, Dave Winchester has 11 waves. He's coming close to his to the end of his waves that he's able to ride. There is a 15-wave max, so he's got some room. We saw some guys lose track of that earlier in competition when we had a 12-wave maximum in the early heats. They used up all their waves and ended up not being able to fight back and got eliminated. Fortunately, Dave not in that jeopardy here, but he's definitely got to keep an eye on Tamega. Less than a minute remaining. Tamega in desperate need of another wave. And
ladies and gentlemen.
There you go, 30 seconds and counting. Tamega needing a wave. Desperately needs something to come through. Yeah, you can see it paddling over by Winnie.
I can feel it. I can feel the Australians right now jumping up and down, claiming victory with 10 minutes to go. Dave Winchester, one step closer to a world title. And Guilherme Tamega, this is his last chance at the horn. Can he come up with an 8.76? A little cover up right there, comes around the section, goes for a roll. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not enough. Guaranteed, Guilherme Tamega did not get his 8.76. Dave Winchester, 2 in a row here on the Grand Slam Series. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner from Australia, Dave Winchester, the winner here at the Itacoatiara Pro. Manny V, Steve Action Jackson, holy mackerel.
Manny, that performance by Dave Winchester today was phenomenal. That is why he came into this event ranked #1 in the world, and that's why he's going to leave here one step closer to the world title that has eluded him all these years. He was the runner-up in 2009 behind Jeff Hubbard. Here he is, world #1, second win in 4 events. Dave Winchester looking almost unstoppable. Eyes on the prize right now at the moment. Takes the win here, one step closer to a world title.
Oh, Dr. Dave Winchester taking the win here on Guilherme Tamega's home turf. He's going to celebrate with a lap around the island on the drop knee stance. Ladies and gentlemen, Guilherme Tamega and Dave Winchester putting on a unbelievable performance here in the final of the Itacoatiara Pro. There's fellow Australian and Sasha Specker, the hooded one in the white T-shirt over his head, getting all the shots for the IBA World Tour. This is it, ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the 2012 Itacoatiara Pro, Dave Winchester. Don't go anywhere. We're going to hear from Dave Winchester. Look at Ryan Hardy. He is pumped. We're going to get Dave Winchester up here as soon as possible. Where's the Matrix guys?
There you go.
There they are, the security in the suits. I love it, man. We should have those guys everywhere. But Dave Winchester getting carried up from Michael Novi and Ben Player. Can they bring him all the way up? That's kind of far away.
And those stairs are pretty gnarly to try and carry somebody on your shoulders.
I know. Can Ben Player do it? I think he's fit enough with the help of Michael Novi. They're going to bring up Dave Winchester, the Australian, taking the win here at the Itacoatiara Pro, sponsored by Pride, Uzeke.com and net. Yeah, they're going to put him down. Ben Player cannot bring him all the way up. Winnie's going to take off his fins and make his way up to the interview booth with Alex Leon. Don't go anywhere. We want to hear the last words from Dave Winchester. But again, what an unbelievable event.
The things we have seen go down today, especially in the semifinals and the final, unreal.
I mean, let's go back to round number 3. That's when we started seeing the big names started crumbling down. Jeff Hubbard, Omri Laverne. These guys didn't even get out of round number 3. And then round number 4 was one of the most crucial rounds of the event where people were getting first place and going straight to the quarterfinals, and that was huge.
And Dave Winchester, one of those guys, winning his heat, round 4, heat 22, put him right into the quarterfinals and set him on his course, quarterfinals, semifinals, and here he is, the 2012 Itacoatiara Pro champion.
Yes, Dave Winchester, huge congratulations and a huge shout out to all the Brazilians who put on a great show on their home turf. Guilherme Tamega, Jose Octavio, who actually just shut down against Mitch Rollins in the quarterfinals. But find Jose Octavio on the net. You will see this guy is serious business. Eder Luciano and Uri Valadao also in the quarterfinals. The Brazilians making a great showing. But you know what? It came down to this right here. The winner, Dave Winchester.
Yes, the final. 1 Brazilian, 1 Australian. And this time around, 2 contests in a row, it's Dave Winchester walking away with the goods. And from what I saw of that trophy, he's going to be happy to walk away the winner. Not only does he get bragging rights, but he's got himself a pretty kill trophy to take home,
Oh,
put up on
man.
the wall in France.